Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. Today, we're looking at a paper trending on X, published on February 3rd, 2026, about 6 days ago. It introduces a novel architecture that achieves a nearly 10 times reduction in key-value cache storage for large models, such as 80 billion parameter mixture of experts, while consistently outperforming standard attention methods. The paper is titled HySparse, a hybrid sparse attention architecture with Oracle token selection and key-value cache sharing. And as we'll see later, the results for long context modeling are really impressive. Figure 1 illustrates the architecture. On the left, a stack shows one full attention layer feeding multiple sparse layers above it. The red arrows indicate the full attention layer acts as an oracle, passing its key-value cache and token indices upward. As shown in the bottom right, the full attention block generates these indices. Then, the top right panel reveals how the sparse layer combines a sliding window attention for local context with a block sparse branch that reuses the shared global data. Alright, following that architectural overview, Table 1 details the specific model configurations used to validate the approach. The authors experiment with two primary setups, a 7 billion parameter dense model and an 80 billion parameter mixture of experts model. The most critical design choice here is the hybrid ratio, which dictates how frequently full attention layers appear. For the dense model, they use a 1:3 ratio. But for the larger mixture of experts model, they push this to 1:11, which drives the significant memory savings we mentioned. The table also lists the sparse parameters, such as a sliding window size of 128 and a top K of 1024 tokens. So, Table 2 reports the comprehensive benchmark results. On the left, for the 7 billion parameter dense model, HySparse consistently outperforms the baselines. However, the critical test is on the right, involving the 80 billion parameter mixture of experts. Here, the standard hybrid sliding window attention approach sees a sharp performance drop due to the aggressive sparsity. In contrast, HySparse repairs this degradation, achieving higher scores on tasks like MMLU and GSM-8K, despite the massive reduction in cache usage. Well, while general benchmarks are important, Table 3 specifically targets long context performance using the ruler benchmark. The top section shows that for the 7 billion parameter model, HySparse remains competitive with full attention at both 16K and 32K context lengths. But the bottom section reveals a dramatic difference for the 80 billion parameter mixture of experts. Here, the standard hybrid sliding window attention baseline collapses to a score of roughly 70. HySparse, however, completely reverses this trend. Remarkably, at 32K context, it achieves a total score of 87.4, significantly outperforming even the full attention model score of 82.1. Alright, moving from the final scores to the learning dynamics, Figure 2 tracks performance against the number of training tokens across 6 diverse benchmarks. The red line represents the optimal HySparse configuration, which consistently matches or even exceeds the full attention baseline shown in blue. Crucially, these plots also serve as an ablation study. Notice the brown line, especially visible in the MMLU and GSM-8K charts. This line corresponds to sharing the key-value cache for both the sparse and sliding window branches. Its significantly lower accuracy confirms that the sliding window component needs its own independent memory to effectively capture local context. So, Figure 2 hinted at distinct cache handling, and now Table 4 quantifies how these choices impact the 7 billion parameter model. The table splits the study into baselines, token selection, and cache sharing. In the middle section, intra-layer sliding window attention proves essential. Without it, accuracy on the DROP benchmark falls to 46.4. The bottom section then confirms the sliding window branch needs its own memory. When it shares the key-value cache, performance drops, but keeping it independent restores the high scores in the final row. Wrapping up, 2 takeaways stand out. First, HySparse proves that full attention layers can serve as precise oracles, effectively guiding token selection without complex proxies. Second, by sharing the key-value cache, it unlocks massive memory savings, nearly 10 times for the 80 billion parameter model, without compromising long context capabilities. That's it for this episode of the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex, thanks for listening.